Hi guys, Kritika here, registered dietitian, and while I'm so passionate about nutrition, I also wanted to really dedicate some time and some videos to talk about taking care of yourself in a more holistic way. And while nutrition is one small part of that, I feel like there's so many other components. I think we might underestimate the power of self-care and put it off because it seems like it's too much or it's going to be too hard. And when we put it off and we don't make time for it, I feel like our whole being can suffer. So I'm going to share with you my top 7 tips for self-care that I have been loving lately and that I hope that you can get some inspiration from too. So let's get to it. The first one is reducing my time on social media. I really feel like the more time that I spent just mindlessly on Instagram or on Facebook, I'm constantly comparing myself to other people. And you don't even realize that you're doing it. Like, you'll get a notification on your phone and then all of a sudden you forget what you're doing, and then you're on your phone and then you just, go on other apps and you just keep scrolling and you're not looking for anything specific. You're just scrolling and scrolling. When we're constantly looking at other people's lives and we're seeing the best of everybody's lives on social media, we can't help but compare that to the worst of our lives. One thing that I've always done is turn off notifications everywhere, except for text messages. I don't have notifications for Instagram or Snapchat. If you get a notification that someone liked your photo or someone commented on your photo, you don't need to see that right away. You can prioritize your time and take control of your day and take control of your time, and don't let these apps control you. You decide when it's time for you to go on and look at all of your notifications in one. Another thing that I've done is that the last 2 weeks ago or something, I actually deleted Instagram off of my phone because I realized I was on it way too much. I was using it for when I was bored. I use it to deal with boredom, and that's not healthy, I feel. I want to learn how to deal with my boredom or just sit with my boredom, because I think that's what actually makes people more creative. The day after I got my second Pfizer dose, I was laying here on this couch feeling like crap, and that's where I actually got the idea to create my previous video. I thought to myself, what if I took the personality type of these different diets and kind of pretended to be these diets and made a whole video out of that? So it just came to my mind. And I think it's just important to give your mind that space and time to be creative and to be bored. The next thing is really taking time to reconnect with friends, because in the beginning of the pandemic, when nobody had the vaccine, it was really hard to hang out with anyone safely. And I felt particularly really paranoid about that, and I was really isolated myself. But now that I've been vaccinated, I have been really putting in and scheduling in time to hang out with them. I know that's gonna be so important for my mental health, is to just be social and hang out with people rather than just, calling on the phone. It's just that there's something about that human interaction that's just so different. The next thing is playing piano, because I really see music as therapy for me. I may not want to do it in the moment. It's kind of like working out. I may not want to really do it in the moment, really get into it. But once I'm 5 minutes in, it just feels so good. It's like I'm getting all my emotions out on the piano, and it just feels really good to be practicing this new skill, because I really am trying to get better at it. The fourth one, this is something that I'm really trying to work on because it's been difficult for me lately, but it's prioritizing sleep and having a set bedtime. It's been so easy for me to just stay up so late watching TV or just on YouTube and not go to bed at a reasonable hour. But lately I've been giving myself a cutoff time and saying I have to go to bed before midnight. I don't want to be feeling crappy, unmotivated to work out in the morning. So I'm going to suffer now by making myself go to sleep early. Another thing that I have really been trying to get back into is meditation. And very exciting, Balance is one of my favorite meditation apps. They're actually offering a year free to access their whole entire app. It's guided meditation. So there's sounds, but there's also meditation for anxiety, so many different things. And I absolutely love it because I really just like that guided meditation sometimes. So that's been something that I really have been trying to do almost every single morning, because it really helps me just clear my head and just grounds me for the day. The next thing is spending time in nature. I know sometimes it's not always possible because the weather isn't good, but anytime that I can go outside for a walk or just look outside at nature or just go outside, listen to the birds chirping, I really enjoy doing that, because for some reason there's just something about nature that makes me feel so peaceful and just grounds me and helps me to forget all the troubles of the day. So walks for me are essential. Also, number 6.5 is nutrition. And really, I see nourishing your body and eating healthy or nutritious foods most of the time as a form of self-care, because you're giving your body the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients that it needs. You're keeping it fed. You're not starving it. You're not overstuffing it. You're really just giving your body a balance of play foods, fun foods, and very nutritious foods so that your body can function optimally, but also you're in a healthy state of mind where you're not feeling like you're restricting and depriving yourself on all of the delicious foods that you actually enjoy. And I think that balance may be hard for some people to find, because we have this mentality of like cheat days and binging, and these are like guilt-free foods. And when we think about it like that, it makes it seem like, oh, well, we can't possibly enjoy these delicious, indulgent foods on any other day of the week. We got to save it for our cheat day. It makes you feel almost like you have to suffer through healthy eating so that you're waiting to get to your cheat meal and then you can really enjoy. And it's like, why don't we find healthy foods that we actually enjoy? I know that's easier said than done. That's why I'm a dietitian, because I'm here to help people find healthy foods that they enjoy. And for more on that, my whole channel is all about nutrition. You can check out this video here. But for now, let's get back to tip number 7. And the last thing is exercise. And I know that this one can seem so hard to do because you have to kind of motivate yourself to do it, right? But I always just try to remember, how do I feel after I work out? What are some actual things I feel during the workout? And anytime that I feel unmotivated, I try to remember that, because it's truly a self-care activity. It helps relieve stress. It helps you focus more. I know that after I have an intense workout and then I go back to work, I just feel so focused. And there are some days where I know me and maybe you just can't fit that in. Like, this is a lot to fit into one day. So I think another form of self-care is knowing your body and understanding, like, it's okay if you're not able to fit all this stuff in, and to not beat yourself up over it. Because I think sometimes we may get so down on ourselves because we didn't eat healthy or we didn't work out. And instead of beating yourself up over that and being so hard on yourself, just realizing, oh, like, I had all these other things to do today. I had other priorities, and maybe this is what I can do different next time. This is how I can fit it in next time. Or maybe scheduling these things into your calendar, having it scheduled, because what gets scheduled gets done. But realizing that life is messy and it doesn't always work out perfectly the way that we want it to. And I think that is a huge important part of self-care, to not be a perfectionist, because perfection is unattainable. It's impossible. So why do we strive for perfection? You know, it's just about being gentle on yourself. In my eyes, that's how I see self-care, is also just being gentle on yourself. You know, what's interesting is that all of these activities also make me very happy. Like, they actually fulfill me as a human being. And I really try to make sure that I'm finding things that I can do by myself mostly. I really want to be able to enjoy my own company and enjoy being alone. And that's why I really actively try to find these things that I can do that fulfill me as a human being and actually make me happy and bring me joy. So what is something that brings you joy? What's something that makes you happy? And is that something that you can start prioritizing? And if you're also feeling a little bit unmotivated like I have been and kind of in a rut, I have a YouTube short coming out tomorrow that's under 1 minute. I've been loving these YouTube shorts, by the way. But anyways, check that out tomorrow, and then check out this video on motivation here, or watch this video. And if you enjoyed this, I would really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. But I'll see you guys in my next video very soon.